Hey, Teacups, welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. I'm your host, Teash, and today we have Tyrone Betters, which is a Dallas actor. And I'm excited to tea with him because he's been doing a lot of things, and we have to highlight all of the amazing films that he has been a part of. Roll Call, Check Flag, American Film Festival appearance that was here recently. Films list: Rags to Riches, Love and Larceny, Harry Hines, Twisted Love, No Better Love, and has worked on a project with Columbus Short, Vetted VBS, as well as appeared in a commercial advertisement for Degree Deodorant. Now, listen, I never wanted to be in a commercial, but messing with him, now I do. Degree, come on, call me because I got to be a part of some type of film production. We'll talk about it. So, anywho, without further ado, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful to be on your platform. We've been talking about this for the last month,
Uh huh.
and it's just been building up as we both just been working.
Yeah.
I've been as consistent as possible. I've been having a busy the last couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
it's been a joyride. Actually, I really been loving everything.
Well, I love that for you. Now, let's also talk about Amazon Prime series Yards and Secrets season one, alongside of Keith Swift Jr. of BET's All the King's Men,
Mhm.
Queen's Men. So, how exciting is that? Because just being on TV, period. How dope is that to work with him and work with the other castmates and things like that?
Man, it was dope. He came on the set normal. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been at this for so long. Like it's amazing to see talent that's, has um a little bit more I'm just say
Tenure.
like a higher level of project that they worked on, and they just come on set and it's just normal. You know what I mean? I've been
Yeah.
around so many different, I guess you could say, I'm not say quote unquote celebrities, um, that is just normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just working. I'm an actor. This is what I
Yeah.
do. So it was definitely dope. And it's secrets and yards. I got you. and
Oh,
but so it was so dope because the young lady that put it together, she actually was running my PR at the time,
uh-huh.
and she was like, "Hey, I got this role for you. Let's go from here." Da da da. Then she started adding more people. Like I saw the people she was adding, but then she started adding more people, and I was like, "Oh man, she got a good crop of talent that's out
Yeah.
here." So you talent that was based out here in Dallas, then you had some talent that was based in LA, and they flew in town. LA flew in town to Dallas, and we got a shot like in like 3 or 4 days. We shot the pilot first, and then it was a little stretch of time before we could finish up the episodes, and then we ended up finishing up the episodes on the weekend, and it was amazing. And I'm glad that it's out. We receiving some good reviews. We actually did a viewing party yesterday, and that was actually pretty dope. So we had a
Okay.
couple that came in town. But even after that, man, me and Keith been following each other, and we've been both just being supportive of what each other got going on. I know they just finished up on All the Queen's Men. I think it was the last season for that. But I mean, he real cool people. Real cool people.
Yeah, I tapped in myself and I said this season is going to stress me out completely. So I had to take a break. So now let's get into the journey, T. Okay. So when did you
Absolutely.
realize acting wasn't just something that you enjoyed, but something that you were called to do? Because we all have a talent, a knack for something.
hmm
But when did you realize, you know what? I need to be here. I'm good at it, and I want to make sure they see it.
You know what's so funny? My background is in modeling. So I know you've been following me for a little while. I've been
Yeah.
posting some of my work over the years. So I started modeling in fall of 2008. I was a freshman on the campus of Georgia Southern University. And
Okay.
while there, I really wasn't doing too much. I really wasn't interested in it at the time, but I
Yeah.
ended up auditioning for a fashion show just to, just be involved in school and stuff. And it bit me. I got bit by the bug. I was practicing runway, practicing posing. I was doing all of the things. And I just told myself, I looked in the mirror, I was like, man, I can really do this.
Yeah.
And I just did it. I went after it. So from 2008, fall 2008 to when I graduated 2012, spring 12, I would go back and forth between here and Texas. At that time, we had this thing called Model Mayhem back in the
Uh-huh.
day, where we would get on there, we would get our TFPs or time for print. We'll just go to auditions and all those different things. But I would always go back and forth from Georgia, so I would be shooting here, and then there'll be times when I'm back on campus and I'll be
Yeah.
shooting there, getting photo shoots, or being a part of I was part of Blacktion, which was the fashion show, and then I was also a part of Dimes. Dimes was our fashion pretty much club,
Um,
model club, and that's why I harnessed my skill.
yeah.
And once I graduated, came back, a mentor of mine, he told me I need to get into commercial broadcast. And I wasn't trying to hear it for the longest, but I just did some research. I hopped into a acting course. One was for commercials and
Uh,
another one introductory to acting. And from that moment forward, I just knew that the transition would be worth it.
yeah.
I fully transitioned into acting into 2014. So in that whole time, I'm taking classes, I'm taking workshops, I'm doing
Yeah.
student short films. I'm just harnessing my craft. And I think it's a lost art right now in literally developing your skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the surgence of Tubi and the easier access to get on the platform, people are just writing scripts, putting cameras up, and then just pulling people to be actors. And so
Yeah.
there is no real development process, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
to do it I guess, the fast way. And I'm not saying that training or building up your skill set is something that is just gonna take a long time. That's not what I'm saying, but you have to
Yeah.
dedicate yourself to growing your skill and your craft, right? And that's why, like, even right now, it's a lot of things that I don't do. It's a lot of things that I don't audition for. I definitely don't audition for a lot of like independent projects anymore.
Yeah.
I usually let my agent handle a lot of that different stuff. But I'm always working when it comes to like work with people that I'm familiar with, working with people that, more that I have like a relationship with and stuff.
Yeah.
And they only need me for like a day, it's not taking up any of my time. But I really like the project. I've really grown to literally love the craft, right?
Yeah.
There's a special connection when you have a love for the craft that you'll do it for free, right?
Yeah.
Get it for free for years.
Yeah.
I didn't get my first 7 years in entertainment. My first 7 years, I never got paid. When I was in school, I wasn't thinking about money. I was just in school having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was times I got to walk fashion shows. The only time I didn't walk the fashion show was my junior year when I was pledging.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, it was really frowned upon from my fraternity, but now it's not. Now they
Yeah.
see all the hard work that I put in and how it evolved. But at that time, with 2011, they wasn't going for that. You know what I mean? Well, 2020 and 2011, they wasn't going for that. But it
Yeah.
was cool because I stood my ground and I knew exactly what I wanted. And I didn't know that I'll be transitioning to acting, but I'm so glad that I had the wherewithal to transition to build up my skill set to do the things that I was doing. And so from there, I was so trash. But you can't be afraid to be trash in anything.
You ain't
Can't
lying.
you
Yeah.
cannot be trash, especially when you're starting and learning, because
Mm-hmm.
consistency in your development will allow you to evolve into the thing that you want to be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like how you put all that together because that is a major key to not be afraid to be trash because you're not gonna get gold stars across the board as a newbie at anything. And even now, even being seasoned, you may still have some snafus, but you have to just take it on the chin and just say, you know what, next time around I'll be better. Don't harvest it, don't sit up and internalize it. Just move on from it, but just accept, oh damn, that didn't go as well as I thought. And just, keep it like that. Um,
Student. And also remain a student. I'm still in acting class, or I'm still pulling a workshop, or
yeah.
I'm still getting advice from different areas. I don't really get too much advice from like people that's, I'm gonna say, name talent that a
Yeah.
lot of people. I'm not really asked for a lot of advice. I think the last time I asked for it, it solidified for me that I'm closer than I think. So now I'm just gonna focus on what do I want my name to be, and what do I want my legacy to say in all of those different things. But always consistently like training and building up your tools. It's a never ending process. It's a never ending process.
Absolutely. Okay. So, what was the very first role that made you believe I can really make a career out of this? Because you've done a lot of things.
Oh man, I'm gonna say it was a short film that I actually shot with my frat brother. What was it? Man, I can't remember. I can't remember the title of it, but it was actually it was one of those aha moments
Mm,
that me that I could get better at this. I
yeah.
look back, I'll probably would say it's not that good, but at that time, something unlocked in me. I was able to like really dive deeper in my character development. At that time, I was able to just stay the course in a lot of those different things, and then we also got to show it out. I was really proud of the product. You know what I mean? This was back in 2017, 8. It was really 2018.
Uh,
And I just knew, I was like, you know what, I could really do this, because you got to think I started transitioning acting in 2014, so this is my third year. This was my
yeah.
third time getting into these other things and just learning, you know. So that, I think that was the project that was able to like really unlock some things in me, and then I started tailoring the workshops and the classes that I went to just strengthen, my ability.
Yeah. Okay. So what sacrifices have you made that people don't see behind the scenes? Because of course, we get the polished version of everything. We don't know what the grit and grind is really like behind the camera. So explain that to us and give us a little bit of news on that.
I think some of the biggest sacrifices I never got. So I did get my degree, but I never got like a solidified job, career building job.
Yeah.
Couch surfing for a minute with between family, and just chasing this vision. You got to think. I started when I was 18, so I thought it would look away by 25. Then I
Yeah.
thought it would look away by 28. Then I thought it would look away by 30,
Yeah.
35. As 36, it has not looked how I want it to look, but that's how journeys work. It's never gonna look like you want it to look. It's gonna look like
Yeah.
God ordained it. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of the times, between I'm gonna say 24 through 27, I wasted a lot of time because I took my eye off the ball. I started
Hmm.
being an artist. I was part of a group, and we was managing an artist. The artist had a lot of the talent. I'm not gonna lie. He had a lot of ability, but he didn't have the motor, right?
Hmm.
So when you do that, I weighed the options. I'm like, I feel like I could get him close to what he doing, then investing the time into myself. And
Yeah.
that's the first thing I learned, is never put more into anybody else than they're willing to put in themselves. It was a hard
Mm.
learn, because I'm like, damn, 3 years we building all this different stuff. But it gave me so much information just about artistry, having your records, having them registered, networking and meeting new people, doing all of the things. Like, I think it was a hindsight. I probably would have did it a different way, but
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I did it the way that I did it, because I learned the lessons that I was supposed to learn. And
Okay.
everything, the energy, the information, all of that stuff that I put in somebody else, I'm putting it into me now. So that's why you see me post as frequently as I post,
Yeah.
because I run my page like, let's just say you're watching TMZ, or you're watching the Shade Room, or this and the third. Every 2, 3, 4 hours they're posting. They're posting new
Yeah.
information. They're finding information to post. They're just consistent. And so with me, I wanted to build that same consistency with my work,
Yeah.
right? Because I can post something new, and then I can still go back 10, 12 years and post that, and it still look good. That
Yeah.
comes with that comes with being selective. That comes with understanding your brand. That comes with
Hmm.
wanting to solidify yourself separately. So yes, I am from Dallas, and I love being from the city, but most people don't really realize this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
And there's times where I take pride in it, because there's always people that come from LA or somewhere else, like, oh, Dallas has an acting scene or this and the third. I'm like,
They better catch up
what?
because Dallas is moving.
Yes, we do. We've been had it. We the top. We're number 3 in commercials. Number 3 commercial
Wow.
market.
Okay, I
So
didn't know that.
we've been had the thing, and we're not afraid to. I'm not afraid to stand up, for it. And I think right now is the perfect time, because now we're going to things like ABFF. I'm actually trying to schedule to go to the Detroit Film Festival. Going to these different things, putting my face in front of the people, what I mean, that make
Mhm.
decisions in different markets, that allows the brand to grow, that allows you to be a representative for where you're from, that allows you to do all
Yes.
of traveling is imperative for a lot of this stuff, because sometimes you have to
Mm.
travel state to go shoot. I was just in Oklahoma. So last week I was in Houston shooting a film with a good friend of mine. this past week, Thursday, I had to go up to Oklahoma to shoot a photo shoot for a college up there and a university up there. And then yes, Friday we was back filming a nice project on in Dallas for someone else. So it's always about just being able to be have a flexible schedule enough so that you can go do the work. And we're
Yeah.
consistent auditioning as well. So thankful for my agents and my manager. They are top notch in doing their thing.
Well, you out here hitting it hard, and I like the fact that you mentioned consistency because it is imperative, especially when you're trying to grow a brand, lock in, and you're also trying to push the limit so that everybody worldly can see what you're doing. So I definitely like it. I've caught on to a lot of your posts, and I'm like, you know what? He's done a lot, he's doing a lot, and he's going to continue to do a lot. So salute to you.
Thank you.
Um, if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice before entering the entertainment world, what would it be? Because we all got something that we would have told our younger self. Like I got a lot of tea for my younger self.
Mm,
So if you could tell your younger self anything, how would you do
It's a
that? What would you say?
uh, my younger self before I entered, I would have told him to change your change your degree into
Yeah.
theater. Change your degree
Hmm.
change your degree into theater. The second thing I would have said was move in with your cousin after you graduate. Don't move back to that. Don't move back to Georgia. Move in
Yeah.
with your um. I don't want to change too much because I wouldn't have my little mama. But
Yeah.
I think those two things would have been the key because I had the fire and the tenacity,
Yeah.
but I didn't have direction at that time.
Okay.
Now I'm older, I have the direction. I know where I want to go, this and the third. But at between 18 to I just model. I just want to be model. I just want to be model. Every time I talk
Yeah.
to people, be model. You know what I mean? So, I didn't learn the game like that, and
Yeah.
I didn't ask questions at that time. I was just shooting. Camera in front of me, shoot, shoot, shoot. We shot everything. I shot body stuff. I shot implied stuff. I shot all different types of stuff. But that was because I had a real love and passion for this. Money was the furthest thing from my mind,
Yeah.
right? It's imperative that you fall in love with what you're doing, because
Yeah.
this is you say you want to do, you're going to do it for a long time. There's going to be long hours. There's times where we're 16-hour days on set. There's times where we're doing all of these different things. So if you do not love it, you will not do it. You will
Yeah.
not do it.
And you won't
Yeah.
succeed at it. I get that
Mhm.
100%. So what's the wildest thing that has ever happened to you on set? Because again, you've done a lot of things. So what is the wildest thing that could have
The
happened that you
wildest
like,
thing,
damn, that's
I guess,
crazy.
I guess it was on one of the movies, Perk 30.
Yeah.
Um, and this was an independent stuff, but a lot of our, intimate scenes, we was actually, not all the way closed. I'll say that.
Oh my God.
But it was the young lady was professional. Everybody else was professional. We was able to do a great job, and
Yeah.
it looked. I want. It was all about being authentic and making it look as real as possible. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
we did what we did what we did. So if y'all haven't seen it, go see Perk 30. I play Jason.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite projects. And shout out to my guy Elmore Vision. He literally was the first person actually called me and said, "Hey T, I got a role for you. Let me know when you back in town. Come down to
Mm,
Houston. I didn't have to audition. I didn't have to do all of those different things. And I
yeah.
really, I really, really audition for anything independent these days. And yeah, it was everything. I really enjoyed it. We did what we did, and yeah, y'all check that out.
Okay. All right. Noted. So is there a role that you turned down that you later regretted? Because I know that, you want to make sure that a lot of things are aligned with you, what you want to do, who you are as a person. So is there any role that you regret turning down whenever it was? It could have been earlier in the career or even up to date.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I turned it's because the character doesn't align with anything that I agree with. It's
Yeah.
not that I don't judge the character because that's the one thing you don't want to do is judge your character.
Yeah.
But storyline, seeing how they interact with people, seeing the type of things they're into, I have no problem turning down auditions. So when it comes to roles, I'm very particular just about a lot of the things. So my agents, they'll send me some different things, and it could be network, it could be this and the third. So I've down Tyler Perry auditions because I just didn't want to do that character. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And if you hear what I'm saying, then you could probably pick up what I'm speaking
Yeah.
on. Um, but when it comes to roles, I feel like people have um sent me stuff that I would read the script and it would be cool. And then we go into negotiation. I don't like how to negotiate. I don't like some of their older work of what they done.
Yeah.
So no problem saying I'm just going to respectfully decline at this time. Cause I think you have at this point in the game with me, my time is everything. Right. So
Yeah.
if I do it and I know it's not going to I know they're not going to be polished enough to finish the film the way that it needs to finish. I can't
Hmm.
waste my time. Not to mention they're trying
True.
to low to the pay, right?
Yeah.
Because I could be candid. I've made several thousands on a day set.
Yeah.
So I never charge anybody something that I've never made before. And I know that
Hmm.
with limited budgets. I'm cool with that. But the thing is, my time is everything. There's no reason for us to be on set for 10 hours if we don't need to be on set for 10 hours. If it's a
Right.
thing where people are just moving slow and we're not setting up the cameras up quick enough, we're not this and the third, I'm not going to be a part of that. I won't be a part of that. You know what I mean? Because you have to protect your sanity. Like even now, I don't know how so many people do so many movies in a year. Right. There's a lot of people that's doing 30, 40, 50 movies in a year. And I'm just like, I just don't have that capacity to do that only because I I don't just come up with my characters. I build my characters up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them I give them the space to grow and be into these worlds that we're creating. And you just can't do that with 50 movies a year.
You
So you
can't.
work movies at the same time. Like that's cool, but my stuff not cookie cutter. What I
Yeah.
my it's slow baked. It's a slow roast. It's a home cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to those different things, I don't think I've ever regretted anything that I turned down at all. And now you just I have full tunnel vision. So I'm enjoying going to events. I'm enjoying working with people that want to work with me. I'm big on energy and vibes. So I think that the people that you're supposed to be around, God will make a way for you to align with them. And then when it's time to work, we'll do the work. Me, I'm not worried about doing the work. When you hire
Yeah.
me, you hire a professional. You hire somebody that's gonna be prepared, ready to be on set, do their job, and go home. And I created my brand that way. I wanted my brand to stand strong in that way at all times.
Okay. So what was it like working with Columbus Short? Because of course he's been on the scene for a very long time. He's
Mm-hmm.
one of my KC natives, and he's a pretty dope dude. So how was it? What was the
Yeah,
experience
he
like working with him?
he was actually pretty dope. So we it was a young lady Unique, that's her name. So she came up with her own candle line. So that's what Vedi VVS is. And so
Hmm.
she reached out. She asked me, "Hey, what's your rate and what can we work on? I have a project I need you for. Is there anything you'd be available for?" I said, "Yeah, this is my rate and I'm available." She said, "Okay, cool. I want to book you. Let's go from there." So
Okay.
time left for the date. I had no clue that he was gonna be there. I'm gonna be honest. I thought we were just shooting something and it was literally a surprise on set, getting ready for set. I'm talking to the DP and he said, "Yeah, man, we was already shooting with Columbus, da 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 da." I was like, "Okay, cool." I said, Columbus who?" He's
Right.
like, "What?" I said, "Columbus short on this." So he walked in, I got to see him, and then we, did the exchange and all that other stuff. And then once we wrapped, we was taking pictures and then took a video. And he was like, he was telling the camera like he's ready, he's
Yeah.
ready, and said, "Go be great." And I thought that was so cool. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not like I don't really ask for validation. That's not really something that I ask for, but it's
Yeah.
always a when it's there because I know the work that I put in. I'm telling you, like I haven't. I've gotten to work across Jamal Woolard. I gotten to work across Candace Cameron Bure, Zachary Levi. I've gotten to work across some amazing people that
Yeah.
have been successful in the field, and I'ma always do me. I'ma
Yeah.
always because it doesn't matter what your name is or what you've done. I'm going to show up and I'm going to be professional. We stop. I can't say I started being starstruck maybe at like 6 because the way that my aunt set it up and all of these different things, she's always had me around people. We was
Yeah,
always around quote unquote celebrities. So it just made sense that when it's my time to be in the spot, it's like I'm one too. I've always
yeah.
felt like so it's like it don't throw me off my game. It don't throw me off.
Mhm.
I know how I prepare.
Yeah.
I prepare like an athlete. I prepare and I work on the little things and then when my name is called and it's time to show and prove, I show up and do my thing.
Okay. I like that because at the end of the day, they're people too. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying?
Absolutely.
I do think that it's really cool to be in certain rooms with certain people, especially as a newcomer or just somebody that's been around, but there's certain people you've never been around. So it's really
Mhm.
cool to say, you know what, I work with so and so and so and so, and y'all kind of vibe out and treat each other as mutual. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty dope.
It usually
Um,
happens a lot, especially with me when I'm in a room because I don't you know how some people get when it comes to being around celebrities or coming around very
yeah,
people, you know what I mean? They kind of get I don't know, chatty patty, I always
yeah.
want to be business stuff. I don't do all that. I don't have to do all
You
that.
too cool for me.
Being in the store, it's not even about just being. It's just sometimes when you in the spot, everybody just want to be chill,
Yeah,
right? And we can just have conversations, and then that's how you know that when it's time to be on set, they like, dang, this dude good. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, like, so the only thing that separates me from the next person is, I guess, popularity and clout, I'm right where I need to be. And
absolutely.
skill set. We damn sure can't say a skill set. So it's just about timing. And
Yeah,
that's all it is. And we just gotta keep putting in time. Like I got to the point now where it's like time, what is time? What is time?
yeah,
Literally. If you're consistent enough, if you're disciplined enough and you stay locked in on what you're trying to do, it will happen. But it will not happen.
absolutely.
It will not
Mhm.
happen. But it will happen. It's the moment that you start quitting, you start being inconsistent, you start not showing up as your and authentic self, then it's not gonna go the way that you wanted to go.
Okay. So what is a dream role on your vision board currently?
Hmm. I don't
Because
really
I
don't
know
have a
it's
big
something you want to get
I
involved
say my
in.
favorite, I really want to play like a boy next door happy type role. Like on if you think Hallmark, the love
Yeah,
interest, so let's say most of the Hallmarks, it's a young lady, she working in corporate, she almost has a fiance, the fiance is a little standoffish, she goes back
yeah.
to her town and she sees the guy that she used to date in the hometown. I want to be that guy. I want to
Okay.
be that stay home, that worked with the family, that the family still love this and the third, and they rekindle something. And of course, the fiance comes back in town, and the girl's like, "I can't be with you. I'm gonna be with him." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I definitely, I see myself doing more roles like that, and
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind doing more network stuff. I definitely can see myself on the Power spinoff, not Power spinoff, the uh Snowfall spinoff. I could see
Yeah.
myself on. I could see myself on a lot of the stuff that I've been auditioning for. So now it's just a matter of time and getting the casting directors comfortable with me in my style. So, but I see myself in a lot of this stuff very, very soon. I
You could
actually,
do it. You'll knock it out the park, and I can't wait to see what else you got going on in the future. So,
yeah, damn.
if you if your life had a story title today, what would it be?
Oh man, story title.
Yep.
Off the muscle.
Ooh.
Man, I've been putting in work for a long, long time. I've always felt like because I wasn't the tallest, I'm not gonna say I was the ugly, but I will say I might not have been the most.
Okay.
It just over time, you just I've always felt like the underdog. You
Mhm.
know what's so funny? And I guess I can say here, it's a lot of people that's been popping for a long time and still feel like the underdog. And that
Yeah.
I don't. If you got anywhere close to 2 million followers, you're not the underdog. I'm sorry.
Right. Right.
You're not the underdog. Stop complaining like you're the underdog. You're not the underdog. you might feel like you're not appreciated as much. That's one thing, but I don't think people understand what the underdog is. I don't think people understand like 18 years
Yeah.
acting in consistently. I've done a bunch of stuff. It's not too many people that know who I am, and I'm okay with it. It's okay
Yeah.
because my job to educate people on who I am. So that's why I
I like
post
it.
old work. That's why
Yeah.
I do interviews. That's why I do these different things because it's my job to come on platform. I don't wait till big platforms reach out to me this and the third. No, I go and seek platforms. I don't care if you got one follower. I don't care about any of those things. This is an opportunity for me to bring myself to your platform and we be real and have candid conversation.
Yeah.
think I think the time of the authentic star is now
Yeah.
because we've been used to the IG, this, that, and third personas and this and the third. You know, you watch interviews and you think a person being deep, but it feels so surface. It feels so fake.
Yeah.
I'm not on that. I'm not on that. Because at the end of the day, people, of course, show you what they want you to show you. But me, I still post. I work my 9 to 5. Well, really, it's 12 to 12. Well, it's really a 12-hour shift, 6 to 6,
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, and then Thursday through Sunday. I had my time to, you know, do what I love and my passion. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Um, Being a dad has changed me so much as well. My daughter, her name is Parker. She's 4, and
Oh.
you know, so all of these different things have consistently allowed me to grow. But I've always felt like the underdog because it's not for the lack of talent. It's not. I'm sorry, it's just not. I don't just think that there's this many people that's better than me at doing what I've been doing for 14, 15, 18 years. I just don't believe that. Now,
Yeah.
what I is about positioning as well, and then what the client is looking for. I just might not be what the client's looking for, and I can live with that. But I can't live with, oh, you need to work harder. What? Can't nobody outwork me. Can't no.
He said, please
Don't say
don't.
it's work hard. Don't say it's work harder because that's a lot. It ain't nobody that's out here working harder. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I think they are, but they're not working hard. Because when it comes to the photo shoot that I do, I book those photo shoots. You know what I mean? I go get the clothes to do all those different things. I'm
Yeah.
building up, you know, my content and all these different things. I don't have anybody that's telling me to do these things. I just
Yeah.
go do 'em. So if you couple that with one TV show, I know that I could get connected to the however many photographers I need to get connected to.
Yeah.
That's not that I just say that to say that I know that for a fact that when it's time, everything else is gonna fall in place because I've already built and laid the foundation for what I'm trying to do. Right now it's scalable, but now we're trying to scale even more. And that comes with bigger opportunities, that comes with becoming more of a household name, that becomes with stepping outside and being in community and going into different markets, all of those different things. So I think the biggest thing with me is we're not going to live in that underdog story. We're gonna show that if you stay down and committed, then from the underdog, we rise and we go be great
Yeah.
in the thing that we call, you know, entertainment.
Absolutely. So what legacy do you want to leave behind? Because like you said, you love your baby girl and you definitely
Mm.
want to leave something behind after your catalog continues to grow. And at the end of the day, there's something that you want to set as a staple. You know what I'm
Out-
saying?
Outside of my daughter being my main why, I think the biggest why that I have right now is to entertain the masses and be of service in the field. And
Okay.
the reason that is because I love being able to make people feel when they're watching a project that I'm in, but also I love being able to serve others that's in this field that's looking to, you know, grow in some capacity, that's looking to just network and do those different things. I like helping people achieve the things that they want to achieve because I knew that I needed that as well. And sometimes
Yes.
you have to be what you didn't get, right? You have to
Mm,
evolve into being and doing for others that you wanted to happen for you and it didn't happen that way, you know? So
absolutely.
me, I don't gatekeep. There's no reason to gatekeep. Cause I can give you play by play everything that I do and you could never do it like me. And
You better tell them.
that's not saying that you're not talented. That's just
Mm,
saying my strengths are my strengths and your strengths are your strengths. So
yeah.
how do get you closer to what you're trying to do? People reach out to me all the time. I give them the basic information to get started.
Yeah.
There is no follow up, but that's okay because I feel like God has called me to be like, listen, I could charge for this information. I stopped charging for the information only simply because I wanted to move in obedience. And I
Yes.
felt my spirit didn't feel correct taking funds in that manner because this is the gift that he's given me and it's for me to give out. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to doing the work, nah, we ain't know all that. We gonna negotiate, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beat you over the head or anything. If I say what my rate is, if you say you can work with this, especially if I want to create the relationship or if I'm doing if it's a solid for a friend or whatever, I don't mind doing that as well. So it's
Yeah.
always about just that consistency and letting people know when I get on these sets and there's actors that just need direction, I tell them what to do. And not to do, but I give them direction in which way to go so that you're trying to grow this thing because the independent space is the independent space. But once you get an agent, a manager, this and a third, this is how it goes. It's not an and therefore but. So a lot of people try to navigate. They try to navigate in this space like they
Yeah.
navigate in this space. And these are two different spaces. The stuff that you do here, you damn sure can't do it over here.
Mm-hmm.
That indie mentality, that indie distant and third, we don't bring that into this network mentality, into this SAG after mentality. We don't. We keep those separate. But because I
Okay.
knew how to maneuver as an independent, I know exactly what to do when it comes to this space. And I keep them separate at all times. So that's why a lot of the times when it comes to auditions, I only do the auditions that my agents send me. That's
Yeah.
it. Do those things. People bring down breakdowns, and I see them, and I'll share them. And then, they'll message me and say, "So you're not gonna audition for it?" I said, "No." Simply because, and I'm not, and this is not an ego thing. This is a respect to your brand thing. I know who y'all getting to be y'all leads. Uh, they're asking me for help. Let's just say
Yeah.
it like that. You're not gonna make the people that you got asking me for help. That's your leads. I'm not auditioning. No, sir.
Okay.
It just is what it is. I don't think that's an ego thing. I think that's a respect thing because I know the caliber of acting that I'm bringing, and I understand the amount of promo that I'll do as well. And it's a lot of actors that do not promote like me.
Okay. Now, I love the fact that you are so confident and you stand on it, but you can also walk the walk. You know what I'm saying? That's very
Absolutely.
important. So when your mouth opens, you can definitely move your feet, in collaboration with that. So love that. So if I bring you back to Tea with Teach 1 year from now, what do you hope to be celebrating?
Oh wow.
Because
I will.
time move pretty quick now.
It was man. I was 36 before I knew it. it I would say promoting a box office film where I'm one of the lead talents. I don't have to be
Okay.
number one. I'm one of the lead talents in a box office film. My goal for real is to bring all of the independent space content hosts
Uh-huh.
with me. Like, I want to be able to say, I'm gonna bring 1, 2, 3. They've been down for me. They've been supporting me. They did send a third. Let's bring them to the red carpets, and let's have them set up. Let's have them interviewing all of these things. And I'm not just talking any red carpet. I'm talking SAG after. I'm talking Grant. I'm talking the Oscars. I'm
I
talking
know
all of
that's right.
because that's what it's about. My success, and I say this all the time. If your success only is predicated it helps you only, it's not big enough. Your
Yeah.
dream and your vision is not big enough. A dream and a
Hmm.
vision, it affects those around you, those
Yeah.
that in are in around you. And so it's on you to get there, and then how do you plug and put people in position, right? I'm
Yeah.
not just saying everybody with you. But what I am saying is bringing the platforms that's doing the hard work, that's showing up, that's doing it, that's TV station. It's so many different things that we can do, right?
Yeah.
You'll see independent actors like, I'm gonna wait till I'm on a bigger platform. I'm on a bigger platform. I want this big platform. This big platform. I'm like, nah, you bring the people to the platform.
Absolutely.
Bring the people to the platform. right? Have the people come to you. Build your brand up to where they go to the platform, not the platform big enough for you to come on there and step on there. Nah, that's the wrong way mentality of seeing things. I think I seen something where it's a comedian. He had a show in Ohio, and the day before the show, he was like, "I can't do the show. I got to go to BT Awards or something." I'm
Mm,
like, "Dang, you." I'm pretty sure you knew you had to go to the BT Awards before the BT Awards showed up. So you had ample time. So like, hey, can we reschedule this? I can give you part of your money back, or we can reschedule it for a different date to give
yeah.
the promoter time. We're talking about relationships now.
Yep.
I'm not BT Awards, cool, this, that, and the third, but I'm just going to tell you that comes and goes.
Yep.
When you start messing up the road money, your show
Mm,
money, you're unreliable. And you
yep.
just take one promoter to tell another promoter that he's unreliable. And at the last minute, he'll drop out. And if
Mm,
money back, he even wronger. I
yep.
think you can't worry about the BET Awards is about being in people's faces. And that's cool. You're gonna go networking this and the third. But the one thing that I learned at ABFF is it's just one event and it's gonna be more events and it's gonna be more events and it's gonna be more events. But stand firm if you're trying to build your brand on the people that stay down with you.
Yep.
Cause there is a downtime. There is an
Yep.
uptime, downtime. So
Mm,
you gotta be up, but you gotta move up and build up with integrity, with
mm-hmm.
with a stillness, with a calmness, and in good favor, right? So then
Yep.
do good to others, and they'll do good by you. But when you start leaving a mess, when you start doing things like that, it affect. It might not affect at the time that it happens, but it will affect you because
Yeah.
all the and then you do it again, and then you do it
Mm-hmm.
again, do it again, and now you're messing with your money.
Yep.
Nah,
That's
you not.
true.
Nobody is bigger than the program.
Mm,
Nobody, right? Do right by others. Do it
yep.
the correct, especially if you sign a contract. Do it the correct way. Do it the right way. Don't just up and dip and not hold up your end of the bargain
Yep.
because you think something else is a bigger opportunity. No, do it right. Don't just drop. Give people ample time to switch out or get somebody different to come in and do this, that, and the third. Because now that's part of your legacy. That's part of your brand. You
Mm-hmm.
don't think like that attached to your name.
That's
So
true.
I think when it comes to my legacy, it's just about being a good entertainer, being a good actor, and also being of service to others.
Okay, I like all of that you said because it's so true. People will destroy relationships and it's not easy to do. I'm sorry, it's not hard to do that, but it's definitely even harder trying to get those connects back. So people got to be careful with that. There's always a right and wrong way to do something, especially when it's business. If you are signed on to do something, make sure that you do it. Or if something changes, always go about it the right way because once you burn certain bridges, ain't no coming back, and that's for anybody.
Coming back. It
Um,
ain't.
yes. So before we close, what's the tea you leaving with aspiring actors who are watching right now? Because somebody that wants to act that are probably afraid to act, put their best foot forward, or maybe they've just been doing the work, but they feel like they're not getting any notice. It's taking longer than they expect. What tea can you give them just to say, you know what, hang in there. It's not an overnight process. But if you, like you said, if you work hard, it'll come, but you got to stay consistent and stay down with it though.
Hmm. A gem is what you do in the downtime will accelerate what you're working on. What do
Yeah.
I mean? If you're not working on a set, get into a class. If you are working on a set, maximize the time that you're on set, right?
Mm,
Whether around we're in background, that's the time to ask questions or just observe what's going on. If you are one of the talents on there, go in, do a good job and do those different things and then attack the jobs as they come. No, everybody's not gonna be network right off the bat. Everybody's not gonna be booking right off the bat. I think
hmm
dedicate yourself to being a student of your craft. Because if you're a
hmm
student craft, you'll be able to, you know, switch up. You'll be able to do just different things, add
Yeah.
different layers. Go schedule yourself a photo shoot, right? Get you some headshots if you do have headshots. Make the leap. I think right now when you are holding back and you feel like I should be here,
Yeah.
you're missing out on the opportunity. All right, how can I create today? Even if it's just reading a book, even if it's just reading a play, how can I create? How can I consistently build on top of these things, right? So
Yeah.
while I'm building up, the moment is going to find me. But you have to be doing something. You have to be moving forward. I'm not saying do everything. I'm not saying just hop out here, quit your job, this and third. Don't do that. Don't.
Right.
I've done that enough to know don't do that.
Yeah.
Saying is get in alignment on your assignment on what you feel that God is calling for you, and
Hmm.
then do the things that's going to build the structure for you to move forward.
Yeah.
Um, the classes, the workshops, hell, film your own stuff, right? And
Yep.
just get that practice in, get that practice in. I call them game time reps, right? We want to make sure that we're getting game time reps. So what I've always done on I don't care if it's an independent project, I don't care if it's a SAG project, I treat them both the same. And when I'm on set, especially on indie, I don't have
Hmm.
any control over the editing. I don't have any control over sound. I don't have any control over any of the things. What I do have control of is my performance.
Yeah.
And I never wants to give a lackluster performance. So when people are watching the movie, they'll say, "Man, that movie really wasn't that good, but Tyrone, he did his thing on this."
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this is an opportunity to get footage. This is an opportunity to do different things. So I treat all my opportunities the same, whether it's commercial, whether it's theatrical.
Yeah.
You have to be diligent in the process, right? When you take your eye off the ball, things happen. I'm telling you, things happen, and then 2 or 3 years go by and you're not doing the thing, right? So I will say since 2018, this is the most consistent I've ever been, right? So from 2018 to now, I've been as consistent ever. From the last 5 years, I've seen the growth of my name and my brand
Hmm.
grow in an incredible rate. I've done plethora commercials. I've done SAG projects. I've done so many different things that I've see where God is trying to lead me to do.
Yeah.
So now it's about continuing to harness my talent, developing, meet amazing people within the craft, such as yourself, and just keep winning. Right. And the win is not predicated on you know, I'm just doing a whole bunch of stuff. The win is predicated if I'm happy, I'm
Yeah.
grounded, and I'm closer to my goal. And when you start changing your viewpoint on different things, God will align everything else to work in your favor in what you're trying to do. So stay at it
So true.
and stay consistent in the work, and everything else will fall in place.
Absolutely. That's key word, consistency. So for the last pour, who would you say, in your opinion, is the most underrated actor or actress right now?
Most underrated, he's starting to get his just due. Ron Rico Lee. I think
Okay.
Ron Rico is one of the dopest actors of our generation. And he has transcended across, you got to think, 20, 30 years. He was
Hmm.
on Sister at 95. That was like 95, 96 for Sister Sister. So from Sister Sister to Survivor's Remorse, now he's doing a lot of stuff and have resurgent on Tyler Perry. But anything Ronrico Lee put his hands on, he's bringing you phenomenal performances. And I think it's the due diligence of it all. He just stayed, he stayed consistent, he stayed pivoting, he's worked on the network shows, he's worked on so many different things. So I think he's such a polished talent. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he's one of those. And then of course I have my favorites, but I think another person, he's not I know you're saying the underdog and stuff, but I think somebody that he doesn't have to work a lot, but you know who he is. And he's a polished actor, and that's going to be Blair Underwood. Blair
Oh
Underwood.
yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
he don't have to. He's just Blair Underwood. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I could take the last movie he been in. I'm gonna be honest, but I know who Blair Underwood is,
He's so
and
dope.
and he's polished. It's
Yeah.
actors that I watch. Those are the type of actors I watch. Of course, you have your Denzels and you have your other people that's out here that's doing their things right now, but
Yeah.
it's something about how they carried it. With me, I can give you some of my favorite actors. Mahershala Ali. He's one of my favorite actors. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, he's having a run right now. He's one of my favorite actors. Jonathan Major, he's from the crib. He's
Uh-huh.
my favorite actors.
Dope.
And go in depth. They really tap into their character development in a lot of the things that they do. I'm not gonna say that I just um tailor my skill like them. I will say I tailor my brand like them and how they carry it and how they are. It's not a mystique to them. It's just they're grounded in their performances. They're grounded in who they are as men, and I think
Mm.
that's I say I think me and Jonathan Mays we are the closest same age. He about a year older than me.
Yeah. Y'all be dope doing something together. So I'm gonna manifest that because he really
Absolutely.
is the man when it comes to his acting ability, and I live
Mhm.
for it every time. So I think you two
Abs-
should definitely do something together. So we just gonna
It's coming.
manifest it,
It's,
fingers crossed, and all
it's
that.
coming. If
Okay,
God,
I like it.
I know.
So so what else we got going on? Because I want to make sure that everybody knows what you're going to be doing, what projects are coming up, what we need to be on the lookout for outside of your series, Secrets
Mm.
and Yards,
Oh
on
yeah.
Amazon Prime. What else we got going on? Because I want the people to know about it right now.
So right now I'm filming a series. I'm not a series. I'm filming a feature by the name of 3% that I'm leading. I play
Okay.
by the name of True. He's like heavy in the dope game. It's actually loosely based on a true story with the executive producer. So shout out to Truman and also shout out to Kurjan with Q and Coda. They last year it was like a tough year, so I walked away from the project, but they didn't
Mhm.
recast. When I came back about 7 months later, we got to start filming in December, and we got a couple more pickup stuff that we got to shoot. Then we'll be done.
Yeah.
Um, I have it's a short film that I actually worked on that has some backing with the Austin Film Society called
Mm.
Rati. That's going to be coming out soon. I also are in a film called Rated. That was a short film turned a feature film. So I get to
Okay.
partake in that. That should be coming out anytime this year. It's a series that I worked on by the name of I Want It All. Shout out to my girl Mo Leachman. She's out of St. Louis actually. But we filmed it out here in Dallas. And we'll see how that goes. Well, we already picture wrapped on that a couple months back, and so
Hmm.
how that go. Right now y'all can stream Love and Larceny. That's on Tubi. It's a 4-part series that we have out now. Love and Larceny. We have Rags to Riches. That's going to be on fan. Is that all? That's on Remy Network.
Okay.
Um, Remy Network. I know that Remy Network is growing pretty big too. Um, but yeah, Rags to Riches is out, and I have more things that I'm working on. I'm not able to speak on at the
Yeah.
moment. But again, man, you can't mess up Googling Tyrone Betters, and you'll be able to find all of that, all of those good things. But I'm excited about 3%. 3% is really some of my best acting to date. I'm excited to see what people say about it. Some of the we've been cutting it as we film it, so they've been sending me some of the scenes, and some of the scenes I've just been watching. I'm like, man, when they color it, when they score it, when everything else falls in line, this is going to be a dope movie. So I'm excited about that. Oh, and another movie that we got coming out called Harry Hines. We have Don Halfkenny. She's leading that. We also have Adrian Lockett on that. We got Montreal Diggs. He's on that, and myself and my girl Nadira, she's on that as well. So it's a lot of Dallas talent that's out there, and then of course you have a couple notable names as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited about a lot of the things that we have coming up in store. If you follow me at Tyrone Betters on IG, you'll be able to stay in touch with everything I have going on. Then you can hit the links on my bio, and it'll take you to everywhere that you need to be.
Okay. Well, listen, I want to definitely thank you for teeing with Teash today. And of course, you are now a part of the tea collection. Now, I
Let's
want to
do it.
call you a teacup, but you know what? You can be a cognac glass. Doesn't matter, but you're still a part of the tea collection. So I appreciate you. I love what you're doing, and definitely keep rooting for you because you moving heavy for the culture. Okay.
Yeah,
Like I told you
and
before. I'm tapping in, I'm locking in, I'm gonna make sure to keep sharing all of your work because it's worth sharing. And any other commercials, if I see one on TV, I'll be like, "Yep, I know him. That's Tyrone." But
It's
make
coming.
sure that everybody keep
We
locked
really do.
in with you.
I'm appreciative. Thank you for creating a platform, for us to have a voice and share our names, right? Because we're new to a lot of the people that's in the space, but we're definitely not new when it comes to this game. You know what I mean? And I think it's imperative that platforms such as yours, you know what I mean, is consistently, putting us on, and then you getting bigger names on here as well. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Everybody wants to be able to say their piece. Everybody wants to be able to say what they have going on. And
yeah.
it takes platforms like this that'll help in the long run. It really do. I'm just excited that we hopefully I could get everybody connected. All the ladies that's out here doing this as
Yeah.
well. So that we can just consistently build whatever it is and however I can help. I'm 100% down.
Well, I love it. Like I said, keep doing your thing. I'm gonna always keep my eyes glued to what you got going on, especially the stuff that you can't talk about right now, because I'm here for it. And I love a good old movie. I love a good old cackle. I love a good all of it, like theatrics and entertainment and all that. I'm locked in. So, we gonna keep it moving. Um, But again, I'll make sure that everybody knows who you are, especially here in the Kansas City area. We got to keep pushing the envelope for you, young man. So that's what we're
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
do. Is
Let's
there
do it.
anything else? Is there anything else that you want to tell the people before we power down?
Oh, I just want to say, y'all, just keep doing what you do. It don't matter what your field is, if it's entertainment, if it's, business, if it's anything that you want to do, keep God first and at the center of it all. Keep him first and at the center of it all because he will direct you in the way that you're supposed to be going. Always remember it doesn't happen on your time, it happens on his time. And if you can be fully committed into knowing that and while in the midst of the journey, just dedicate yourself to your craft and whatever it is, it all will work out how it's supposed to. He's done it for too many people for him not to do it for me.
Oh my God, that said chills. He was talking to me. But again, I appreciate you. And with all of that being said, since there is nothing else, without further ado, let's get ready to get this closing. As I tell my guests and my audience at the end of every show, always keep enough room in your teacups for new tea because I got it all the time. You never know. You never know who's next to tea with tea. So make sure that you got enough room in your cup because I'm coming all the time as the kettle to pour in. So have a good day, everybody, and bye.